Next, we're going to hear from the president of the Metropolitan Black Bar Association, Joseph Drayton.
Welcome, everyone. You know, we had a great year this year. I'm proud of our officers, I'm proud of our board, and on behalf of them, I want to welcome you. I want to say thank you for supporting the Metropolitan Black Bar Association. I want to thank you as president for the past 2 years for the support that you've given us. I want to thank my lovely wife, Stacey St. Rose. You know, I can't serve without her support, so I'm appreciative of that. And I want to thank a few people. I'm not going to thank a lot of people, but our president-elect, Nadine Fontaine, has done so much over the past 3 years, 4 years for this organization. I'd like to thank Deborah Martin, my chief of staff. If you know the MBBA, you know she's an engine that allows us to get everything done efficiently and effectively. And I'd like to thank Paula Edgar. Paula Edgar has been working with us for the past 2 years on our gala, and she's here, pregnant. Hopefully she's not due anytime soon, but you know, she's been standing up tonight working with me, and that's greatly appreciated. I want to thank her for all of our hard work. The Honorable Alvin Yearwood, our gala chair, who spoke earlier, thank him for his leadership this year with respect to the gala. I'd like to thank our gala committee, starting with Kevin Armstrong. I'd like to thank Richard Boyd. I'd like to thank Kara Brighton, Allison Tomlinson, and Calvin Wingfield. We were on calls almost a weekly basis to get us here. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank Kay Scholler, my Kay Scholler family. I thank Sheila Boston, the lone African-American partner in New York. Without her, I wouldn't be able to do this. And I'd like to say that no one works alone. So I really want to thank all of our members and all that have really contributed to what a fantastic 2-year run here. This has been, and I'll say this, I want everybody to understand, this has been the most rewarding professional experience that I've ever had. And so for those in our membership, I didn't want to do this. I didn't think I should do this, but I did it, and it was phenomenal. And I'm so appreciative of those that urged me to do it, like the Honorable Judge Gonzalez, who's here tonight, and our past president, Nadine Johnson. So thank them for this opportunity. And I want to make a couple of special acknowledgments. There's some people who are really game changers in our legal community. And I'm not going to make a lot of special announcements, although I could, because there's a lot of special people around the room, so I apologize in advance. But there's a couple here that is just the power couple. And there's a game changer in the room named Wharton Bellamy. He's changed lives for people. And I have to acknowledge him in his presence. And his wonderful wife, Kelly Walker, is here with us. I'm not going to get her title right, but she's the general counsel. I believe she's a senior executive vice president at American Waters. And I mean, they do so much for the African-American legal community across the nation that I have to say thank you on behalf of the Metropolitan Black Bar Association, our leadership. Now, I must say that I have not been a member of the Metropolitan Black Bar Association for its entirety, for our 28-year run or so. But what I will say is this. Our honorees tonight, I will put them up against anyone that has ever been honored by our great association. We have Jim Breedlove here tonight. We have he's the general counsel of Praxair, Inc. We have the Honorable Raymond Laurier tonight. Judge Laurier is on the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, a phenomenal resource for our community. We have Peter Harvey, a partner at Patterson-Belknap, here with us tonight. We have Caroline Edgar of Estee Lauder, phenomenal corporate leader. Then we have Aramika Brown, I believe the New York State Inspector General's office. Hopefully I got that right. She's relatively new there. And Wayne McKenzie, I started calling out titles and everything, but Wayne is our public servant of the year, and Wayne is, I believe, the General Counsel of the New York State Probation Department. Is that right? New York City Probation Department. You won't get better people. And the reality is, you won't get better personalities, which is equally as important. Now, I mentioned our year. We serve the community. We've had great educational programs. We have skill development programs. We take the best in our community and have them teach transactional practice to our attorneys, trial skills to our attorneys. We just had a wonderful year, and I just want to thank, because several of the attorneys that have participated in our programming, they're here tonight, so I want to thank them. Now, I want to move on to something that's very special to us, and it's our membership. We can't do anything without our volunteer membership. We don't have one paid position in the Metropolitan Black Bar Association. And, you know, we have several members that have stepped up to the plate. I'm not going to name them all, but I will say this. I want to acknowledge Turquoise Haskins for her contribution this year. I want to acknowledge Senria Edwards for her contribution this year. I want to acknowledge Nadine Fontaine, who, even though she's president-elect, she does the work of 3 members in the president-elect, so I have to acknowledge her. But our member of the year this year is someone who's very special. She came to me, she served on multiple committees and other things, and she came and said, I want to do a law and religion committee. I said, okay, well, okay, talk to me about it. Is it going to be really law and religion or what? So she did. I said, oh, it'll be great. She had the proper balance, and she went off and she did her thing. And she did a program in Harlem on a Saturday morning. And I said, oh, I got to get up and go to a Saturday morning program. And I tell my wife that, and I went to the program, and it was a phenomenal program for our clergy and our lawyers who have a focus on law and religion. And it was raining like cats and dogs, some of the worst rain I've ever seen, and it had 100% attendance. It was a full house at the Adam Clayton Powell Center. So Michelle does a lot of things for us. She's enthusiastic, she's a visionary, she's organized, thorough, and inclusive. And I'd just like to celebrate her because she's our member of the year. Michelle, are you here with us? Come on up. I want everybody to see you. She's a future leader.